Brian and I are brother and sister, and we are the 4th generation of the Ward family. My grandfather, J.B. Ward, originated Ward Supermarket as an open air, like, produce stand. And then later on, my grandfather stepped in, and in the, I think it was the late 70s, early 80s, we built the existing building that still stands on Northwest 6th Street. And so we ran out of that store from about 78 to 79, and then we operated in that building until 1991, when we moved into our current location that we're in now at 515 Northwest 23rd Avenue. So we've been at this location since 1991. The original open air market, it had chicken wire and sawdust floors. And when they built the location that currently is on 6th Street, within the same day of opening the new store, they were taking customers and operating business as normal as much as possible that day. And they also tore down the old produce stand the same day that they opened the new store. Same thing with when we occupied the building that we're currently in and we moved from Northwest 6th Street. We moved as much as we possibly could throughout the end of the business day. My parents moved through the night. I was 11 years old when that move took place. Worked all, 48-hour period just to get business up and operating. And, times were very, very difficult, so it wasn't an option to close down for a day or two and move locations. They had to do what they had to do and keep business going to be able to pay the bills. I don't know what inspired him back in the day to open up a farmer's stand. I'm really not sure. I don't know whether it was his love for the produce or whether he had, a small amount of pecans that he came across that he was selling by roadside. I'm not sure. I would love to have met him to know what inspired him to start the produce business. My father, at a very young age, came into the business. He was probably 14, 15 years old, and he ended up cutting meat in the meat department. And I knew at a very young age, I can go back to 1st grade where it was a class assignment. What do you want to do when you grow up? And it was Ward Supermarket. It's just one of those things that's just come naturally to me. And I knew as a very young child that's what I wanted to do, was continue the family business.